Hey, tribe and potential tribe members. Um, Welcome to the community. I love y'all, tribe, and newcomers. Anyways, so like the end of last month, beginning of this month, for a pretty decent period, every time I would walk up the stairs, I would keep hearing in my mind cliffhanger. Cliffhanger, hanging from a cliff. You know what I mean? And I finally realized why. You guys, the new segment is gonna be called Cliffhangers. Which is gonna be like whenever, we're just sitting down and I'm just doing a channel message, whatever they want to bring forth on some deep things, right? It's gonna be called Cliffhangers because I never know what they're gonna give me. I never know where they're gonna stop me. There's always gonna be more information desired at the end of it. That breadcrumb effect. You want to just keep going until you find that. Oh, so we're gonna call them cliffhangers. So I hope you guys enjoy. I think this is like the second or third cliffhanger we did, but now it's called Cliffhanger. So I love you guys. And if you want to talk about it, hit the comment section. Say what you want to say. We're a community here, guys. I love you guys. I was sitting here thinking, y'all, and it's been brought to me. When it comes to the different levels of soulmates and what some people call catalysts, um, listen, I don't like to put titles on stuff simply because there's a lot of truth that has been revealed to me on so many different levels that I don't bring to the channel because everything in divine order. Okay, but what I'm saying is, they want me to put something in this perspective because there's a lot of people who are fearful of letting go of people who ultimately come to assist in their evolution, to serve their purpose. If you want to title it karma, you can call it whatever you want to. What is karma? Simply doing what needs to be done. Same as any fucking thing. If we remove all the titles of everything, these different levels of soul encounters, what main thing I want to say is we have this fear of letting people go because of the title that we placed on them. No matter the amount of intuition that said, yeah, that person is important. Yeah, that person is this, and that. Think about it from this perspective. Think about the person who means the most to you in your life. External to a love interest, preferably the person that took care of you, the person that raised you, or people, the person that gave you physical life, the opportunity to be created within their vessel. It was just 2:12 on the clock. And for some of you, your children. Now this is going to be heavy. Bear with me, guys. 2:22 on the clock. It's going to be heavy. But think about it from this perspective. When it comes to allowing yourself to let go of someone that doesn't serve you based on a title or their influence in your life. Think about it from this perspective. Because we've already talked about, you can absolutely control who you love or the level of love you give to people. Just the same as you've loved and left many people before. When we enter this twin flame, quote unquote, community and these soul connections, communities, these soulful connections that everybody aspires to have, right? We don't think about the fact that it comes with the cause and the effect. We cause the effects that happen in our life, right? And when we think about this, when it comes to, throat chakra popping, when it comes to disconnecting from these people, think about the person that you love the absolute most in your life external to that person. And whether you have or haven't lost that person yet, we know that each vessel will drop eventually. From the humans to the ants, I meant to say plants, to the insects, to the elementals, the trees, the grass, the plants. Did you know when grass is cut, the smell that we smell is actually the grass crying? That ain't none of y'all business, because y'all probably, well, anyways. I mean to say I ain't going into that, but think about this. We all have to lose the person that is the most important in our experience at one point or another, with the knowing that we will live on and we will eventually have to. I don't want to be dismissive in saying getting over that, but what I'm saying is, if you can have great transformation on that level. I don't believe in loss. You can have great transformation on that level. Then what makes a person, more specifically a love interest, what makes you feel as if you can't get over that person because they've sparked your awakening? I hope y'all following me here. If you can overcome, heal, grow stronger from the physical absence of someone like that, then why would you hold yourself to a connection which is, again, external to you? We know when somebody show up in the physical, that mean they're external to that ass, right? No matter if you call it a twin flame or not. I got a video I recorded a couple minutes ago that's really deep into that. But what I'm telling you is, when it comes to these deep soul connections that we crave so bad, because it's a part of our design, we are one. If we are all one and we're always seeking this sense of wholeness, then there's always going to be some feeling of something that's missing. Why? Because everybody's one. Everything is one. There's so many aspects of all this shit scattered out. Why? Because everything comes from the source. Therefore, everything still has the same blueprint, DNA, whatever you want to call it, as... I don't even want to call it that because it's far deeper than that. But that's just what I'm saying for now. Long story short, there's always going to be a feeling within you of separation, of something missing, of something you're supposed to be pursuing. So many times we find these people that make us happy or expand us, and we latch on to them like a leech. Energy vampirism. When the truth is, when it's time for a connection to fall away, it's because the contract is up. And when you try to hold on to them, you get to creating your worldly contracts. Now, not to be like back with the titles and shit, but what does the devil do? He's in the business of contracts. This negative energy that boxed you in to keep negative energy sustained to walk among us higher vibrational beings, right? What is higher vibrational being? Because you have to be a lower vibration and a lower vibration to be in this world. This is why you have entities that can come in the world. Because it's a lower vibrational planet, no matter how high your vibe is. I'm not even going to get into it all on this video. I be feeling like I'll be leaving y'all with cliffhangers. I'm sorry, y'all. That's the way they work. Y'all know, like I said before, information is given in the way that it's like dosage. It's like you can only take a certain amount of something at a time. It's like going upstairs. You don't want to try to jump from the landing to the next landing. Now you can skip a couple steps for as long as your legs can reach. You could run, you could walk, you could take every step by step. This is the same way it happens in the levels of our consciousness. We're given according to the vibration we're on. As our vibration rises, we're able to take in more and more truth. Sometimes the truth may contradict your previous truth. Why? Because you have to think about it. We have all been taught something, so we're not new booties. It's easier. We'll put it like this. It's easier to teach someone who knows nothing about something than it is to teach someone who think they know something. So when the divine is giving us information, we're essentially given the truth as we're deprogramming from other truth. If the divine was to tell you the realest of all reals straight out the gate, you might go crazy. You can't really conceive the infinite amount of knowledge that is between the veils. Just the same as our vessel has to, our soul, has to decrease its vibe to take on the physical vessel. In raising our vibration, we're raising the amount of information we can have, the depths of truth we can have. Now, I absolutely back this because I've experienced it. It's the energy of, if you were taught almost all of your life, there's only one God. Anything else is the devil. Would it not go against your belief system that is currently under construction, right? Would it not contradict what you've been taught your whole life? If they tell you, oh, there's multiple gods, this is one of the things that's coming through on a video coming up for y'all. There's multiple gods, as we all know. There's multiple gods in the universe, but there's only one source, right? So when you're told there's only one God, and then you start looking into deeper understanding and you're hearing the God of this, the God of that, the God of this, and you're like, oh shit, wait. You know what I mean? This is just like how people on the other side of the world can worship a whole different God than you. Why? Because there's a multitude of gods. But it's according to your level, your vibration, your frequency. Are you at the level of the ultimate supreme energy, of the source energy? If you're not at that level, then you're not going to get source knowledge. You're going to get God knowledge. And then a higher level God knowledge. And then a higher level God knowledge. Yes, you do have people, and I won't get into it on this video, but you do have people who are straight from the tap. Straight from the tap. You got people who are not, who have not served under the guidance of other gods. From whatever way that comes about for them personal. Like I said, we all come from one, but in this journey of evolution of self, we can tie ourselves to any damn thing in this universe we want to, based on our level of perception, based on our level of consciousness. This is why you have people, this is why they say, and some of y'all might not be ready to hear this, whatever. This is why they say the preacher is the closest person to reincarnation on this planet. And I wanted to say something different, but I'm really trying to walk on eggshells for y'all, because some of y'all will take it the wrong way. Matter of fact, I'm going to say it. I don't believe in the devil. I believe in the devil energy. Why? Because if everything comes from a pure source, that means it all just got fucked up somewhere down the chain. But it don't trump it, right? What I'm saying is, do I want to give y'all this example? Fuck it. This is why they say the pastor is the closest to the devil energy, the negative energy. Why? Because it's all indoctrination. They're leading you under the guidance of a God and not source, of a God. Meaning you're serving something external to you. You see what I'm saying? It's the source that's within. That's why so many people get their intuition fucked up. That's why so many people be under false guidance. That's why so many people scared to break the mold. Because it's a lower vibration they're under the guides of. So if you're under a lower vibration, what is a lower vibration? Fear. Fear. You see what I'm saying? You go to church and they tell you, fear God. Why would you fear God? Unless you fearing a God that's destructive. That's going to fuck you up. People can say and believe all the shit they want to believe. People can say the world was destroyed by fire, water, earth, air, whatever. In my personal opinion, I don't believe the earth was ever destroyed. Maybe things on the earth just as it is today. On larger scales. But in the process of evolution, of conscious evolution, and the process of the minds becoming stronger on this lower vibrational planet, the facts that we have raised our consciousness over hundreds and thousands of years, you see what I'm saying? Okay, slow down, because I want y'all to understand it's deeper than what we think. Y'all talk about humans wasn't around when the dinosaurs was around. Humans been around. Every walk of life has its time. You see what I'm saying? The world was never destroyed. Only the beings. Why? Because the true soul knows that the flesh ain't shit no matter what form it show up in. The soul don't fear shit. If God decided to come on over here and knock this whole motherfucker down, take everybody out, the soul knows no fear because the soul knows the truth. Some level of the soul knows the truth. Now you got people who come here and decrease their vibration under the guidance of lower vibrational beings. And what do? They do the opposite of what they need to do, and they decrease and they decrease and they decrease until they're returned back to sender, only for their energy to go back to the prime source until it's popped out again. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. There's so much on the other side. Okay? What I'm saying is, in the process of vessels walking this earth, the consciousness levels have evolved and evolved and evolved and evolved. Okay. Let me be clear about this, because I know I'm taking y'all all over the place. I get information just as y'all get information. It's paired with the information I already been given, but we sort it out as we talk it out, right? What I'm saying, and like I already said, at different times, different vessels walk the earth. But as the conscious level evolves, so does the beings. Okay? So do we. Maybe 1,000 years from now, it's going to be people walking around here that look like aliens. Which is what is aliens? Everything outside of us. Everything outside the human form. Everything that we don't know shit about allegedly. Consciously. Right? The rabbit hole goes so deep. And we're going to start focusing a lot more on the real truth. The deep shit like this. Now, I know this video was all over the place and they did it for a reason. I can't sit here and give you all the information just like we just said. You got to get it in dosages. We're going to do more videos like this. And eventually, it'll be easier and easier for me to convey it to y'all. I don't know. It comes through a lot more clear when I'm thinking it, and I'm not having to put it to the conscious simultaneously, to put words from spirit, from the divine, as a simultaneous transaction. It got to come from them. Boom, hit my spirit. Boom, hit the conscious. Boom, then come to you. Boom. You see what I'm saying? It looks easy to a lot of people, but it's not as easy as y'all think. This is why it's a difference in card readers and intuitive readers and energy readers and different things like that. You got to know what fits you. Tribe, I don't want our community to be like the rest of these channels. Where we going to go see what your ex did last week with his karmic situation. We don't do in the box things here. And you know, I ain't gonna tell y'all the new name yet, but we changing the name of the channel, y'all. I mean, as we evolve, as the channel evolves, we all must evolve, right? There'll be so much I want to talk to y'all about. Y'all give me 2,000 subscribers, and we gonna start going live on that ass, where we will be able to go far deeper, you know, because I'll better be able to gauge what energy levels I'm talking to. And then probably by that time, it'll be a lot more things said where a lot more things will be making sense that's coming out my mind. I tried to say my mouth, but I said my mind. That's truer. I love y'all. We're going to figure this out. Take this journey with me, because it's going to be the shit. Believe me? Don't believe me? All I'm asking you to do is trust me. I love y'all. 2020 on the clock. Ah, 2020. New year coming in, y'all. I seen 2020 and 2022. Now, that's the 2 years of the payout. We talked about this before. We done did a lot of healing and a lot of sowing the seeds here. 2020 finna be, boom. The seed done bust through the dirt. You done got a full tree or whatever sprouted here. It ain't just no little doot-de-doot no more. Okay. 2021, it's time to tend to the garden. You starting to see other shit pop up in your garden more than just that one seed. Them seeds done, them roots done spread. Now you got other shit to tend to in 2021. 2022, your ass gonna be able to get a factory going off that garden, off that harvest, off that whatever you putting in. Y'all get what I'm saying here with this little, what you call it? I love y'all. Y'all are the best. I swear y'all the best. I know my subscribers is what some may call low. But think about it. Just like they gonna have me use this reference. Just like a church. You got the congregation, then you got the church family. I'd rather have a church family than a congregation. I love y'all. Have a great one, y'all. Truth is, the truth is, I'm everything I need to be, and I'm everything that I was. I'm just somewhere in the middle presently. This is why, we perceive it kind of to be like potential. But potential is what you already possess. Therefore, again, you already possess it. It's not necessarily potential. It's just not utilized at its fullest capacity yet. Y'all like, duh, that's potential. No, shut up. You trick the brain these ways. Listen, you don't have to tell yourself different things. It's how you word things is how the energy will be used. I am my truest self, fullest self, and divinest version of myself at all times. It's just this present shit, Can't make everybody happy, including all of the parts of me. I can't make all of me happy at once. I'm still in this dense vessel. We don't lie. We're not going to lie to ourselves in this divine community. Okay? We're going to be real. Truth is, I'm everything I was. I'm everything that I feel I wanna be. Cause why do I desire it? Because I already am. We talked about these kind of things, y'all. Potential. I wanted to say it's not real. Potential is barely real. What's another word? Give me something else to work with. Power. As of right now, I'm only using a certain amount of my power. But I am steadily increasing my power. Because your makeup, of your many experiences. Your soul grow as you experience. So yes, you are everything that you were and everything that you will be. You're just in this body caught in the middle. 3:03 on the clock. I love y'all. I don't know if I'm going to upload all of these. I don't know if I'm going to connect them. Rambling. Bye. I love y'all. A few reasons why aspects of a soul will inhabit the same vessel. It's for a few reasons. In some cases, you have women who are meant to give birth to a child around a certain time, within a certain experience. There's certain windows for certain life and death. You know what I'm saying? According to what that soul signed up for. Now we have to take into consideration free will and ignorance. If the person that's meant to carry that child, vibration does not make that possible, we'll say, right? This person isn't vibing high enough to bring in this soul, then it will result in a miscarriage and things like that. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes when things like this happen, the person either will get pregnant right back again, or more specific to what we're talking about, the two souls, inhabiting the same vessel. That soul, along with an aspect of the soul that's supposed to come in now, remember, things are supposed to happen at a certain, what we call, time, right? So if this person's vessel isn't able to do that, but they find themselves, right, they're going to be pregnant again. This time, it's going to be an aspect of the soul and the aspect of the other soul, right? Two kids supposed to be born. Sometimes you get twins, This is why people get pregnant with twins and triplets and all this shit, because more than one soul supposed to come in at a time. But some women can't do that because their vibration isn't high enough, their body wasn't kept up enough, or whatever have you, whatever the specific reason to them is. In this case, both souls will take on a even lower vibration, right? You already have to decrease your vibe to take on a physical vessel. So in cases like this, the two souls split, right? And come in inhabiting the same vessel. You see what I'm saying? And then at another point, the rest of their soul may be born unto this person or another person. You see what I'm saying? This is one of the ways people mistake it for what they call a twin flame. When really you two are not supposed to be in union. Why? Because you're the same person. Oh, I never say union. That's y'all term. Y'all get what I'm saying here. Sometimes it's just that, that person couldn't take on the full capacity of that soul, the amount that it's supposed to come in, right? So in some cases, the same thing, and then the rest of that soul is born unto another person or born into another vessel, any kind of vessel, you know what I mean? What we call twin flames, your other aspect of your soul could be found in a tree. Other aspects of your soul could be found in an object. This is why you have people who fall in love with inanimate objects, people who are in love with their cars, people who are in love with their couch, shit like this. Wow, I didn't know that. This is why. You can take on a myriad of different experiences, or your vibration can be attached. You have soul attachments. Okay? You can attach yourself to another person, place, thing, item, whatever. You can have an aspect of your soul right now attached to another person's hip. I try to take the cuss word out. You can have an aspect of your soul literally attached to somebody's hip. You made a promise to that person in one lifetime that you were going to stay by their side no matter what. And when you crossed over, you couldn't leave that person's side. Yes, you have earthbound spirits. Some people try to act like ghosts don't exist. Yes, they do. I don't even like the term ghost. It don't sit right with me. That ain't what we call them up there, but I gotta get to the name of it. I'm gonna figure it out. Oh, they just call them spirits. Okay. This is why you got earthbound spirits. One of the reasons, we'll say. And sometimes a part of your soul could be attached to somebody's spirit, and that person be born into a whole nother experience which your spirit's still attached to them, or somebody else's spirit attached to them. Like this. Let's put an example. Say my sister, right? Say I promised my sister in this life, I'm not going to leave your side. I love you. No matter what, right? Say she having a hard life. I swear I ain't going nowhere, but I'm the oldest. I'm going to die first 9 times out of 10, right? I ain't going nowhere. Now, I done made this promise on a soulful level. So now in the time of my transition, I can choose to move forward or stay. If my consciousness don't evolve to the level I needed it to understand that that's only a verbal contract that can be destroyed at any time. If my soul isn't understanding that, right? Because you got to take into consideration. Sometimes you die traumatic experiences. Sometimes you choose not to move on to the spiritual space. You choose to be here. There's so many different reasons why, guys. This would take literally over 24 hours to get into depth with. But what I'm saying is, you have to call in all parts of yourself that are able to be retrieved at this time. If you choose to take on a physical experience and a element experience, your soul gonna be in that tree for a little while. You know, in years' time, it may be there for whatever years, but in spirit, it's just a mere drop in the ocean of time, right? Y'all get what I'm saying with this. It's something important about us learning how to call back all aspects of ourselves. No matter what it's attached to. No matter if it's halfway across the world playing out as residual energy, because our spirit is still tied to the home we grew up in. You see what I'm saying? We got to learn how to call back all aspects of us that are able to be retrieved at this time. Or you could call it in and say, throughout this lifetime, throughout this full extent of my lifetime here, I would like to be on the mission to retrieve all shattered aspects of my soul as I evolve and increase my vibration to take back what's rightfully me. Right? You can do that. You might start seeing, it might be some, like if we all did that shit collectively, we might start seeing this big ass ripple effect, positive energy, sweeping, You know what I mean? You done call back aspects of yourself so you feeling better and that other person feeling better because they don't feel oppressed. They don't feel fearful because they know it's something that don't want to be there all the time. If you want your soul back, you ain't called that shit back. Your spirit is on this other person like, ooh, if only I can get back home. Now this person feeling some type of way, anxiety, people who so scared to leave their house, fearful of every damn thing. People with all these phobias. There's so much we could talk about, guys. Oh my God. This shit goes deep. This shit goes deep. And a lot of you guys, you can learn a lot just by simply looking at things that are, I don't even want to talk about it no more. They shutting me up again. Apparently, when we do these videos, they're going to be short, little simple and sweets. And eventually we'll be able to connect the dots on them. Once we perfect what we're doing here, I let the divine lead me and then it eventually straightens itself out. We're going to start having playlists and different things like that. I may even start doing some editing. Y'all know I don't edit nothing. It's just raw. How it is how it's out. So I love y'all. And y'all please have a great one. There's so much more I want to talk about. All right. That has been another cliffhanger.